So you guys were on Rogan, right?
We were.
About
you
this
guys
time
are,
last year.
I mean, that's basically like the massive stamp of approval of like, okay, you guys are some serious people to be on Rogan, right?
Before that, we were the most stupid, unserious people.
No, and it all changed. How?
After that.
How do they reach out to you?
Dude, in the most casual way possible.
Yeah.
We got an email from like a random Gmail account and it was just like, yo, Joe wants you on the pod. You guys down? We're like, this is fake. This is a guy.
We actually thought it was fake at first.
Yeah.
It was just like a paragraph. It didn't have like any of the professional headers or like the endings of the emails. It also was just like a random one like paragraph
like
thing.
JRE recruiter at Gmail. We're
Yeah. Like come out to
no
like
way.
Austin and like
Really?
film the show with us.
I'm curious how you even see that email because we get probably 100 emails a day, and most of them we just don't end up seeing. How do you see that one email
Well,
that
we
could be
usually
fake?
don't get a header that says Joe Rogan Experience. And
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
Maybe we look at it for 2 seconds. And then we're
Okay.
like, this is probably fake, but just in case, let's have someone field it for a second.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be real. And then we shat our pants. It's cool.
It was terrifying.
Why did he want you on?
His daughter was a fan.
Okay, was that
Straight up.
really it? That she
Straight
was the
up.
one who was like, yeah, you got to get Sam McCall
Yeah,
down?
yeah. She was like, a major fan, and she's bought like all of our merch and stuff, and we have like she said she has like posters of us like in her room and stuff. So Joe sees us every morning. Apparently.
No, are you
Crazy.
serious?
So she was like nagging him to like get us on, and he finally like looked us up, and obviously he's super into the supernatural
Yeah.
stuff. So he was just like, all right, this could be a good fit.
Yeah.
But
How nervous
Shout
were
out
you
Joe's
going
dad.
going on there? Do they prep you with like, here's what he's going to talk about, here's the outline, or no? Is it just we're going to show up and do our best?
Nothing. We didn't really hear any information other than like some flights being sent our way until we walked in. And then even beforehand, he just came up and was like, yeah, let's, we'll talk on the podcast, and then just hopped in the room. We started. So like, we didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
All we knew, obviously we'd seen a bunch of his shows. All we knew it was going to be a long podcast. And we got sent a couple of clips after we accepted of Joe saying he like really doesn't believe in the paranormal. And so we were kind of nervous.
Who sent you that?
Just like PR. People.
Joe's PR.
No, ours.
Oh, your
we
PR,
just like
got
looked into it a little bit because we were like, yeah, I wonder if he's into the ghost stuff. Because talks about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And he has ragged on a lot of ghost hunters in the past. So we were like, like, is he gonna, like our stories or not? But
Do you think you convinced him?
We took a very like vague approach to it. So like we basically didn't say ghosts are real or ghosts are fake. Like we didn't tell him that like directly. We were just like, well, there could be like possibilities of blank, like energies, certain things like that. So I think like keeping it as a vague approach.
he was extremely fair.
Okay.
For someone that probably before our podcast didn't believe at all, he was incredibly fair, like hearing us out and hearing our stories. And I think he believed that we believe, but I don't know if he believed after us.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys hang out with him afterwards? Like when the podcast ends, what happens with Joe Rogan?
So actually, his daughter came to the studio right
Yeah.
after, and we had a giant cardboard box of our merch that was shipped to us. And we were about to go back to LA. So we were just like, all right, we might as well like give this all to her.
Yeah.
And then as we were pulling out, he ran to our car and was just like, do you guys actually want to go to like a steak dinner?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah,
No
sure, why
way.
not? So we all went to like a fancy spot like down the street and hung out with him.
How was that going to dinner with Joe? Were people just like constantly coming up saying, oh my God, it's Joe Rogan?
Well, he had security and he walked in with like the hood up, head down. Like
No way.
I've never seen anything like
It
it,
was
before.
definitely
It was
next
cool.
level. But I mean, he was incredibly genuine, like super down
Extremely,
to earth.
extremely.
We met his family, and like just shot the shit, off camera for like 2 or 3 hours. He was super nice, like gave us a lot of his time. It was really.
What was most surprising about Joe Rogan?
I honestly think the most surprising thing was how open he was to our stories, because I was imagining him being very anti-paranormal and not making fun of us, but making fun of the idea of something else. But he was pretty fair with everything and like went down the crazy roads of like talking about all the different sides of the paranormal and ghost hunting and
Yeah.
everything with us, and it was really cool. And then he followed up actually. He, started texting us ghost stories, and then he
He was
actually,
texting you guys.
yeah, just like, hey guys, check this out, this like ghost story. And then he invited us out to his comedy store in Austin to do a ghost hunt. So we're
Which
about
we're
to,
doing
No.
next week.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
We're going in. Yeah, we're gonna see him next week.
Yeah,
When is that going to drop?
that's
No,
yeah,
March.
March or something. It's like our first or second video of the year. But yeah, he was like, dude, I think my place is haunted. He's heard of some like murders that happened in the building, and he was like, I want you guys to investigate it. I think this stuff is really cool. So yeah.
Is he going to be
really
in
nice.
it?
Yes.
I hope so.
Wow.
A little bit. He's not gonna be like
Okay.
investigating with
Yeah.
us or
That's
anything.
crazy.
Yeah, but we're gonna do like an interview, and he'll probably walk us through the spot, and then let us do our own
That
thing.
is
How does that
absolutely
feel? Like on a
incredible.
personal level, outside of all the YouTube, the fame, this and that, just like casually meeting Joe Rogan and
It's
like him hitting
crazy.
you up.
It's crazy. I remember when we got the email, it was right after last Hell Week, I think, which is October for us.
Yeah.
And again, we thought it was fake at first, but it's just surreal. Like he doesn't even do any YouTubers at all. I think he's done
Right.
like a handful.
Mr.
and maybe that's
Beast
it.
and
More
Like
plates, more
Marcus
dates.
Brownlee.
Marcus Brownlee.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know if there's anybody else, but yeah, we were just shocked. We were just confused.
Definitely. I mean, he's definitely the most famous person
Yeah.
we've met. But what's really cool is how down to earth he is.
Yeah,
like when
definitely.
he texts or invites us out to things, he's just like, yeah, like so casual. And I'm like, dude, you could be texting anybody in the world. Why are you texting us? So it's really cool that he's so nice.
Yeah,
That's
he's
so
a nice
cool.
guy.